We're going to talk about stocks and crypto. Okay. So this is a $100 bill. This is a tissue. Okay. When you are buying companies that have businesses behind it or that have assets behind it, you are buying this. You are buying value and you are paying something for that value. So if something is worth $100 and the value might fluctuate, of course. This value might become 50 in the future. This value might become 1,000 in the future. So you're making a choice. How much are you paying for this, right? Now, over the last, 2, 3, 5 years, people convince themselves that this had value, right? Crypto, nothing but a tissue with a snot in it, was valuable, right? They were sending me things like, the Fed is printing money. Buy this. The Fed is printing money. Buy this. This will protect you against inflation. So they were focused on price. That's what people are interested in. They are focused on price. But here's the difference. When you have this or this that is laying on the ground, at some point, someone is going to pick this up because this has an intrinsic value and someone will pick it up. I promise you that. This, nobody will pick it up. Okay? Well, actually, I'm wrong. A janitor will pick it up and put it in trash because that's where it belongs. All the crypto, most of the crypto, I'm sorry. I know Bitcoin has a lot of value. I understand, but all the other crypto, this belongs in the trash, right? But people convince themselves over the last 2 years, and they were trying to convince me that this had value because the price was moving in the right direction. And actually, this tissue has actually more value than crypto because you know what I can do with this? I can blow my nose and wipe my ass with it. And that's more valuable than most crypto, okay? Now, so the last 5 years, people were convincing themselves that this was valuable because price was going in the right direction and they are getting smoked. And because they are getting smoked, we are getting smoked because of them. Because now they are selling this for whatever price they can get. And they are also selling this, okay? Are good assets. They are selling because there are margin, they need to raise money. And now people are convincing themselves, and I get these emails every day, that now this is not worth anything, okay? Like if you look at Oracle or Voxter, but let me use the Oracle. I already demonstrated to you years ago how much Santa Thomas is worth. Yeah? Ranges of value. I demonstrated to you even today what it is worth. But the communications, some of the communications that I'm getting is people are convincing themselves why this is not worth it, why this is not worth buying. They are convincing themselves and talking themselves into wild things. Like, for example, copper will go down because we are going into recession. Therefore, it's not worth buying Santa Thomas. I guarantee you one thing. If the price of Oracle was going up, they wouldn't be talking about it, right? AMLO, made some noise about lithium. So they're convincing themselves that copper is next or something like that, or that majors are gonna not like something because there's a risk. Even though the majors have to go to horrible countries all over the world, horrible countries, to produce. You know why? Because the good countries like the U.S. or Canada or whatever great countries either don't have any commodity, or they won't let you put the commodity into production. So, but now they are convincing themselves that, again, this is not worth anything. But just a few weeks ago, they were convincing me that this is worth a lot, right? Now they're completely flipped. And then the imagination on both sides, people have amazing imaginations, right? I mean, think about this for a second. Think about this crypto thing for a second. The argument, buy crypto because the governments around the world are printing money and destroying the value of fiat. Like, think about this for a second. I'm gonna sell something that still has value, it's depreciating, and I'm gonna buy something completely worthless because I'm afraid of inflation. Like, books will be written on this subject. How crazy and insane you have to be to buy crypto because you're worried about inflation. If I was worried about inflation, I think the logical thing would be to buy something useful with the money, something that can have value and maintain value. Like, for example, I would buy myself a house, I would buy myself an apartment building, I would buy myself education, I would buy myself a good business. No. I'm gonna buy myself a worthless crypto because I think the money will become worthless. So I accelerate the process by buying crypto that is already worthless. And I saw something on stablecoin, how stablecoin collapsed a lot. And people are like, oh, stablecoin is not stable anymore, and stablecoin lost value. And I'm thinking, a stablecoin is stable because it was worthless to begin with, and it's worthless now. So it is stable. It maintained the worthless value, that's for sure. And when they say, oh, this coin or this crypto lost this much value, no, it didn't lose any value because it never had any value to begin with. It lost price, it didn't have any value. But you see, people can't tell the difference between price and value. They focus on price. That's all that matters. And if the price is going up, whatever it is, poop coin, Dogecoin, stablecoin, Bitcoin, they convince themselves that this is becoming worth more and more. And when something truly valuable gets quoted less price, then they convince themselves that there's no value and it's time to sell it. That's the nature of how people think. And it will never change. It will always be the same. So you can take advantage of it, of buying value. You should always be buying value. But you can join the others and you can convince yourselves that businesses that truly have value, assets that truly have value, don't have value because the price is going the other direction. That's your choice.